moving abroad could be a fantastic experience, but it could also become a nightmare, and you find that the reality doesn't meet your expectations. Frustration, finding your happy place, calm and at peace in the place that you are in. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk to you about being an expat. You know, the thing I'm talking about most of the time. There are certain stages that most expats go through, and I personally have been through them, and I think you should be prepared for them, although I strongly believe that you can never be prepared for everything that expects you as an expat. However, there are certain things you should keep in mind when moving abroad, because you know, moving abroad could be a fantastic experience, but it could also become a nightmare, and it often depends on you. But you know, better be prepared for what expects you and what to expect when becoming an expat. So today I'm gonna talk to you about certain stages that most expats go through. If you're ready, let's get into the video. So the first stage is of course the excitement. Finally, you've done that, you've become an expat, you've moved abroad, you know, you've packed all your things, and you're excited to start your new life, your new experience. It might also be linked a little bit to the fear of unknown. However, for the most part, it's excitement, it's sheer excitement of being in a new place. You want to explore each corner of your new city, you probably want to travel to other places in your new country, you want to try all the new dishes and stuff like that. You feel a little bit like a tourist probably, and actually this stage is also known as the traveler stage or the tourism stage, and it's called so for a reason. This stage of course will pass, even though it might be good experiencing it, but you know, this is just the initial high, and you should be prepared that at some point this will change. So don't rush into sudden decisions and, you know, impulsive things, impulsive buyings, impulsive decisions. Be careful of that stage of excitement. Stage number 2 is frustration. When your initial high washes off and you stop living in your happy expat bubble, you will be annoyed by so many things around you. You will get disappointed and you will start questioning your decisions. You will start doubting yourself and your decision to become an expat. However, this will not last forever. Just know it. You will be annoyed by people around you. You will experience culture shock, lots of it, how people handle interpersonal relationships, about their customs, their habits, everything around will be annoying you. However, just know that this will pass. Just hang in there. Try to cheer yourself up. Maybe travel somewhere if you can to change the scenery, maybe even visit back home. Just hanging there, because if you keep asking yourself whether you've made the right decision or not, you risk plummeting into an even more depressive state. However, if you try to not give up and just go on with your life, this stage will pass. The next stage you might go through, I would call it settling down. Long weeks or even months of endless ups and downs and frustration and depression and questioning yourself shall be over by that time. So, you know, you will start eventually liking your surroundings, because you will establish some kind of a routine and you will get used to your new life, your new country. You will get used to the new habits. You will establish some kind of relationships with other people, friendships. You will start slowly learning more and more about this country, and you will be gradually adapting more and more. This is a transition stage as for me, because it's not the final stage of you becoming an expat and accepting your new reality and getting used to it. It's just that, it's getting used more and more, but it's not the end, it's not the final stage. So don't rush into proclaiming endless love to a new country. Don't rush into decisions that you might regret later on, like buying a property, for example, because it might feel like you've settled down in that country. It might feel like you're so used to it by then that you might even think of buying a property and staying forever. Just don't rush into it yet, because more stages could be coming your way. The stage number 4 is homesickness. I know, even if you think of yourself as of someone who will probably never miss his or her home country or home city, you will eventually get there. Trust me, when I was leaving my home city, I thought I will be fine, because while I always loved my home country, I felt like, you know, the cosmopolite and as someone who could be living anywhere in the world, and so as such an open-minded person, I could probably find friends everywhere and just live finally everywhere. But you know, it's not like that. I mean, even though I've established my life here in Italy and I've settled down with my routine and I really, really love my life here, homesickness eventually kicks in, and you should be prepared for that. The trick is you're not living there anymore, and you start forgetting the negative things about your life back home. You start forgetting about things you didn't like back home. However, you start noticing maybe some small things that annoy you in your new country and the things that you don't like about your host country. So you start wondering whether you made the right decision. And when you go back home, it resembles a vacation. You don't feel like living there anymore. So at a certain point, you will be missing your family and you will be missing your friends and you will be missing lots of things about your home country, starting from food and ending with habits that you had before moving abroad. So that's a tricky stage, because I know lots of people give up at that moment and they return home, and that's fine. If that's what works for you, that's absolutely fine, because you might actually realize that you want to live back home. You can try doing it. I mean, I would try it if I felt like it. I don't feel like I would really move back home anytime soon. However, I think if you really feel homesick, you should probably try it. Maybe you will eventually find out that your host country is better, or maybe you'll find out that your home country is better. That's up to you. However, if you want, I would recommend you to hang in there and wait a little bit, because the next stage is probably the stage where you finally feel some kind of balance. Then there comes the final stage. I would call it the stage of serenity, or the stage of a happy place, of finding your happy place. At that moment, you will eventually find where you feel yourself better, or life will decide it for you, because the things, the events around you might align in the way that you will actually feel at home, no matter where your home is, whether it's in your host country, whether it's in another country, or whether it's back home. Just, you will feel it. You will feel at home. You will feel serene. You will feel calm and at peace in the place that you are in. And that's the best stage, because that's probably the stage where you know all the ups and downs of your expat lives. You've experienced it all. You know the bad things and the good things, and you can weigh on them. You know that the good things outweigh the bad things, and that's important, because I think that's what life is about. Because there will always be positive and negative sides to any country and any lifestyle. However, it's important that for you personally, the good things outweigh the bad things. And that's it. You will just settle down in a good way, not because you're getting used and that's something that you feel compelled to doing. You will settle down because you finally feel at home. So that stage is probably the best one, when you finally find your balance, when you finally find your happy place. And from then on, you can decide whether to move on and move to another country, or just stay in your host country. Or even if it works for you, of course, moving back home is always an option. The most important thing is to never give up. No matter what are you going through, no matter which state you are at the moment, just know that it will pass and it will be all right. When you are in a really bad stage, when you're in a depressive state, just know that this will pass. Don't give up, because if you enter this really, really depressive state, the risk is you will never get up again, and that's a really bad thing, because expat life and this whole experience of living abroad shall not put you down. It should enrich your life and give you new experience and open you up for adventures. It should not just make you feel depressed and stressed all the time. So that's fine if you are at the moment, but just know it will eventually pass. Just know it will get better, and there will be more stages and there will be more ups and downs, because that's what life is made of. You will always experience the good things and the bad things, but that's okay. That's fine. And expat life is no different. Just hang in there, never give up, and know that you will get through it. And we all have been there. All other expats have experienced it. You are not alone. So just please, wherever you are, and just please, wherever you are, hang in there. Don't give up. If you want to live your experience and to share your experience of being an expat, or even to share the moment you are in at the moment, share it in the comments. I would really love to read your stories. And that's it for today, guys. I really want to thank you for being here and for watching my videos, and I'm so glad you like them. I'm so happy reading your comments, and they just really make me feel so happy and grateful and humble about this little community that we are creating here. So if you like this video, don't forget to like it, comment and share. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here and hit the bell button to get the notifications of the new videos. Thank you for being here and enjoy your day.